Dustin, the pro picker here with the Dream Home Challenge. So last week we went on a bit of a spending spree to get some more inventory in to list on our eBay store. This week I'm going to share with you some of the sales that we made and show you some light thrifting. Let's get into that first. All right, here we go. First Goodwill stop of the week. About $840 in budget that we could potentially spend. These GE lights, I usually love buying these, but these particular ones were a pass. I was going to grab that Ted Nugent, but the condition just wasn't there. I think that's a National Lampoon's pop. That's a putback. A lot of putbacks in the beginning here, but this is the first thing I do end up picking up. This global puzzle should be about $35 shipped. This Barry Bonds would have been a pretty good deal, but unfortunately there's a little chip on it, so I decided to pass. This North Face bag's really cool. It's just hard to tell what it would actually go for, but I am going to pick it up at $9.99. I do pass on the Wii at $24.99, as well as this Xbox 360 Connect here. I typically don't take in 360 Connects unless it's just bundled in with a system I picked up. But then I see this Peter Millar on the new clothing rack here, the Z rack. All right, guys. So the comps for this item aren't going to be very accurate right now because we're not even in the season yet, but we're going into the season where people actually buy this. Now, if you went on eBay and just looked up comps, you would see comps for the past 90 days, which is basically the summertime. And people just are not buying lawn sleeve quarter zips like this during the summer, typically. Go into my eBay, hit selling, and then hit the research tab here. And it says Terapeak product research. I already have it copied here, but this is a Peter Millar quarter zip brown. We're going to hit research here, and you'll see that it's $60.49 here is the average sold price. But we could go ahead, we could filter by used, hit apply, and then we're going to filter. And I don't really want to see auction comps because I just feel like this is kind of an item that's not going to do very well at auction. So we're going to see a lot of one-bid auctions. And there we go. You can see you have an average sold price of $32.09, not including shipping costs. So the average shipping that was not baked in, but just average shipping for these items was $9.08. So we're looking at about a $40 item if you did offer free shipping here, guys. So I continue looking at the Z-Rack here, just flipping for the clothing, and I find this Michigan, it's actually a Champion hoodie. It's a full zip. It's going to be kind of the same issue where Terapeak might be the best place to go to kind of look, but I would say this is probably maybe a $30 hoodie shipped. So it's not going to be an amazing profit, but we'll do pretty well at $5. End up with 4 items, spending a total of $23.39 on this trip. All right, back at the same store for a second run here. And I found this Rocky Blu-ray set, has the first 6 movies in it here for $2.99. Should get about $24-25 shipped for it, media mail. Not bad, so that's all we're gonna pick up here. So here I am in another Goodwill. And on the shelf, there's usually not any video game stuff here, but they have this N64 cleaning kit at $1.99. Ended up picking that up for sure. Everything's still brand new in there. Only thing I end up grabbing, but totally nostalgic finding something like this. All right, second trip to this store. So I end up finding 2 spindles of DVDs. This camera here does end up being a putback based on condition. Not a bad price on it. I just don't feel like I'd be able to sell that online. But yeah, I think these spindles of DVDs at $2.99 a piece are an okay buy. I think we're going to average a little over $30 each on them in gross sales, so not too terrible, and that's my one pickup there. So yeah, that was my first time ever finding Peter Millar at the thrift store. I didn't really know too much about that brand, but I had seen it mentioned, and I want to say it was on Hustle at Home Mom's channel. I'm not sure, but it just goes to show you that watching a lot of different videos and stuff can help you when you're out there sourcing to recognize new items to source. Clothing's an area I'm trying to work on. I'm not going to become a clothing picking only channel or anything like that, guys. But what I will say is that it is an area that I do want to expand a little bit in. just because, you know, during the winter, I am going to become more thrift heavy. So we have a ton of sales. I'm going to handle a little bit differently than we do on other challenge videos, so it probably won't be like this going forward, but I'm just going to rapid fire through them here, guys, and then we're going to discuss how much it adds to the total in the corner. All right, so here we go. We sold the Konami Frogger mini arcade game that I got on my trip to Columbus for $15.99. We did sell a lot of 2 Nintendo Game Boy Color games. It was Shrek and Monsters, Inc. for $12.99. That was in that $20 bag from a couple videos ago. We sold the Garmin handheld GPS deal. Unfortunately, it was for parts and it wasn't working, but we still got $39.99 for that one. We sold the Hydra 24. It's a Payot, and it's a health and beauty item, and we sold that for $39.99. We sold the Braun multi-quick blender, and we sold that for $39.99. It was new in box, open box, and unfortunately during transit or something got cracked, so it looks like we're going to be doing a shipping claim for that, but we should still be covered since we have the insurance and everything. And we shipped it through UPS, which we tend to have more luck when it comes to shipping claims with them. And we sold the 2015 Jurassic Park Gyro Sphere, and we sold that for $16.99. I picked that up at a yard sale multiple weeks ago now. We sold the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Moisturizer for $29.99. Then we sold the Hot Wheels PlayStation 2 game for $18.99. The Bushnell Rangefinder Yardage Pro. We got that at the thrift store a few weeks ago. $39.99. Sold the Pyrex nesting bowls from that same video for $59.99, guys, which is awesome. More than I kind of expected to get for them, so very happy with how that went. We sold the Lego Star Wars 2 Game Boy Advance game for $9.99. We sold the Funko Pop here. It's Chris Jericho, and we sold that for $16.99. We sold the Cincy full-size retired, the Boring Country cowboy hat, and we sold that for $64.99. And then we sold the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Sewer Layer playset for $99.99, and that was free from that trash pick. So we ended up having a gross sales of $506.86, and we're going to turn that into $336.76, which we'll put back up here, guys. So that's pretty awesome. And mind you, we had already taken out the cost of goods sold as we bought the items for the challenge. That's why that's not included against the profit. All right, guys, so that was actually 2 weeks worth of sales. So not like crazy, but I still think it was pretty solid given the fact that these were 2 weeks of sales in September. So historically for the main business, which really the challenge is just an offshoot of, we have had rougher Septembers than almost any other month of the year. It seems to be kind of that transition month where you're getting out of the summer, kids are back at school, people were worried about getting all of that handled, and then, you're not quite into Q4 yet. So once Q4 hits, I know the numbers are going to bump up, and a lot of the challenge stuff that we're stocking up right now is just going to fly. I want to thank everybody so much for coming out and watching. I really appreciate the support lately. It's been wild. Thank you so much for that. And if you haven't seen all of the episodes of the Dream Home Challenge, or this is your first time checking an episode out, check out the playlist right here. It has all of them for you to watch. And if you've seen all those, maybe check out this video. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.